youngsters, and there's no doubt they could work at a higher level. And as a manager, that's the way they want to test themselves. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all.
It's Stuart Dougall's first major final, and he, of course, is heading off soon to be one of the fourth officials at Euro 2004. So, busy spell for the referee. Stuart Dougal was concerned about a clash in colours between the two sides, and that's why there's been a change of strips. The Celtic huddle for the last time this season in a competitive fixture. Can Celtic wrap up a league and cup double? Can Dunfermline do what they last did in 1968 and win the Scottish Cup? The 2004 final underway. Dunfermline boosted by the fact that they've beaten both Celtic and Rangers this season. The first threat from Didier Agat. Neil Lennon. Stilian Petrov. Agat gets it back from Petrov. And that's a good block from Richie Byrne.
Yeah, an instant threat there, Rob, from the pace of Agat down the right-hand side.
The turn and shot from Chris Sutton, and Derek Stilley solidly behind it.
Yeah, throw into feet there, quick turn, good, great touch, first touch by Chrissy Sutton, and well done Derek Stilley. That'll give him plenty of confidence to start with.
Stevie Crawford, who have seen precious little of him apart from that early chance he had to test out David Marshall. Darren Young had to move quickly with Petrov bearing down on him. Richie Byrne, Gary Dempsey, Stevie Crawford. On the overlap, Barry Nicholson. The driven cross, it's Craig Brewster! What a save by David Marshall.
Over the top, wasn't a good pace from Stevie Crawford, it just wouldn't come down for him enough. Varga did ever so well to cut him off. Just here, Rob, just wouldn't come down for him, and Varga did everything right there to come across him and to put Stevie Crawford off his shot.
Sutton's header. Nicholson had more time than he took there. Thompson to Sutton. And back. Alan Thompson places his shot just wide.
Yeah, some fabulous football there, starting from Alan Thompson, a wee 1-2 with Chris Sutton, slays it into his path. Maybe should have went with his right foot, but just screws it wide of the post. I think he should have maybe just nearly hit the target. That was a good effort from Thompson.
And good hold-up work from Sutton. He just waited and waited, and look how close that was. 12 minutes left in the first half at Hampden. They can't be separated so far, these two. There have been chances, none taken so far. Free kick for Celtic, given against the challenge on Lennon. Hugely influential, as he's been all season. Always looks to run the show. Larsson gets the better of LeBlanc. Stilian Petrov. Offside.
Great body strength from Larsson, great turn there across. I think it was a foul. I think it was, no way was that offside, Rob. It must have been a foul here, chugging at each other.
Well,
that's
If that's a foul, I didn't see it.
Six and a half a dozen. I'll tell you that is I don't know if that's a foul.
And that looks... This is probably the longest spell Dunfermline have been in possession of the ball in the match. Good work from Byrne, and then undid the good work, but Gary Dempsey turned it into a good pass. Gary Mason cuts it back. Darren Young missed his shot at the edge of the box. Barry Nicholson's shot blocked by Petrov. There's Derek Young. Darren Young deflected, and so close to the cup final opener.
Yeah, this is more like it, isn't it? Great pressure from Dunfermline. It was a good strike.
An incredible spell of pressure that. Dunfermline's first corner. In from Dempsey, and it's gone in. Dunfermline have the lead. It's Andreas Skerla, a looping header, which didn't look to be too menacing, but it found its way in. And 6 minutes from half-time, Dunfermline have the lead.
Well, good corner in, Rob. It seemed nothing. The keeper can deal with it, and he was under pressure, I know, from the Dunfermline player. I think it was Derek Young on the line there. He is under pressure from Derek Young, but the goal stands.
Well, you would have thought David Marshall had that covered. Derek Young jumping alongside. Derek, enough contact there?
I think there was. I think he's blocked. Chris Sutton realised he was away from him, and he just did a wee block on him.
Now Celtic will want this one to count. Petrov and Thompson and Larsson have a quick confab. In the 45th minute, Larsson's free kick dealt with and cleared by Skerla.
That was very poor for someone of Henrik Larsson's standard there. Didn't even get up and over it at all.
Ooh. Oh. A handball in the wall. Good turn from Sutton, good save from Stilley. Very quickly down to smother the shot. Cristiano Ronaldo has scored for Manchester United in the other cup final. Manchester United 1-0, Millwall 0. It's half-time at Hampden, and Andreas Skerla's first goal of the season has given the underdogs the lead. A looping header which didn't really look to carry an awful lot of menace with it, but it found the net, and in this 10th Scottish Cup final, with of course Livingston having landed this season's CIS Cup. Still hotly debated and disputed, the goal that was given and the goal that wasn't in the first half, and Derek, you're still pretty convinced that was a fair goal for Dunfermline?
I think so. I think maybe there was a slight foul from Derek Young, but I think the keeper's got to be more aggressive. I'm inclined to think the goalie's overprotected anyway in the game at times, and I just think he's got to come out more aggressive, and just knock players out of the way, because they don't never very really get booked. The keeper come out and knock players out of the way, and I just think he had to be attack the ball better than he did.
Anyway, the ifs and buts and maybes matter not a jot now. A goal given, Dunfermline one ahead, after Celtic had looked as if they'd scored a perfectly good goal. What will the champions offer in response? Immediately, Bobo Baldi charging forward. Neil Lennon in for Chris Sutton, away by Skerla. Jackie McNamara. Stephen Pearson, the young player of the year. Larsson. Thompson to Agat. Neil Lennon into the feet of Sutton, trying to play in Pearson. Good reactions from Barry Nicholson to cut out the danger.
Yeah, you can see Barry Nicholson's reaction on his face blowing there. Great vision from Chris Sutton to slide the ball in and makes a great saving tackle.
So important that the Dunfermline skipper got there. Petrov's corner, punched by Derek Stilley. It was a strange decision because he had bags of time to catch the foul. Crawford on Baldy.
Stevie must have been in the gym this week to knock him over, Rob.
Some achievement. Stan Varga steps forward into the penalty box for this one. And Balde makes a late charge upfield as well. Thompson's delivery came off a Dunfermline head before it was grabbed by the goal.
Apart from his punch a couple of minutes ago, but his handling's been excellent today.
Just too much on the pass from Brewster. That ends the Dunfermline attack. Celtic countering with Petrov and now Sutton. Still in Petrov again. In for Larsson. A gap following up with the effort on goal. Took a deflection, it's gone behind for the corner.
A good link-up play, you can just see Stan Petrov trying to black him up. Deflected for a corner there. I think this will be very much the story of the half, Rob. Plenty of pressure from Celtic, and the Fairman's sitting in because they can't get out at the moment.
Petrov's corner. Kept in by Pearson. Varga with the header. Scarla with the clearance. And Stevie Crawford should just have kept that. Celtic again try to unpick the Dunfermline defence, but not that way. Scotland striker Stevie Crawford. Running Bobo Baldi down to the corner. If it comes down to pure muscle, I think there's only going to be one winner. But was that out of play? That was a little bit lackadaisical.
Yeah, great power from Baldi initially, but not the best touch in the world, to be honest there.
And that hands Dunfermline a little bonus of a corner kick they weren't expecting. Gary Dempsey plays it in. There were a lot of white shirts jumping for the ball. Celtic get it away. Henrik Larsson's on his own, but he's through. As Labonte stumbles, Larsson squares the game. His final competitive match in a Celtic shirt, and that is his 241st career goal. It's 1-1 at Hampden.
Well, this is quite incredible. This comes from a corner from Dunfermline. It's a straight ball at the park. Great weighted pass from Chris Sutton. Just great power and his strength. And you expect anything else from him, and what a fantastic finish with his right foot.
Tremendous finish this. Look at Larsson opening up his body and opening up that far corner. Curled inside the post. And he was always going to be the man most likely to get this game squared off at 1-1. Ross Wallace enjoyed it alongside Martin O'Neill. You better not outjump the boss.
Clyde, been well impressed with him that night, and I've been impressed with him today. He's done ever so well to settle into the SPL this year.
We've played an hour of the 119th Cup final. Dunfermline 1, Celtic 1. Andreas Skerla in the first half, Henrik Larsson in the second. The trickery of Ross Wallace, 19 tomorrow. McNamara's shot! Saved by Derek Stilley. And Aaron Labonte did well with the follow-up challenge on Chris Sutton. He had to. Again, Sutton, the target man. So much player revolt. First Scottish Cup final since 1968. It's been a long wait for the Pars fans. What do you think? Let us know via the website. You can email at bbc.co.uk/sportsScotland. Texting on 07786 20 20 22. What do you think? Agats pass to Petrov, spinning away from Mason, and that's terrific defending by Lee Bullen. No margin for error there.
No, great delivery from Cillian Petrov. Great ball, weighty pass there. Just rolls at the edge of the box, and just in the danger area, right across the box there. I'm just looking at the way Petrov is playing at the moment. Rob, he's just playing off the front and causing a big problem for Gary Mason.
Petrov plays it in, missed by Bullen, and the salvage operation mounted by Andreas Skerla, whose goal gave Dunfermline a first-half lead. Thompson, Petrov, Lennon. Larsson onside. It was a chance to score again. Cristiano Ronaldo scored the first. Ryan Giggs was fouled for the penalty. Van Nistelrooy scored it. Manchester United 2-0 up now against Millwall. 1-1 here at Hampden. Skerla for Dunfermline in the first half. Larsson for Celtic responding in the second. Cillian Petrov, elusive. Gets his pass away to Lennon. Sutton. Now Thompson. Larsson, the receiver, turning away from Labont. He's done it again. Absolutely incredible. Larsson's leaving party may now be complete. 2 for him. It's 2-1 Celtic.
Great ball into here, great upper body strength, rolls his player, his marker there. That was his left foot this time. It shows you the class of the man.
Is that an inexperienced defender committing himself too early, Derek?
Yeah, I think he was too close to him. I think at times you have to be touched tight on the mark, on the forward there, and he just rolled him too easy. He's an inexperienced defender, and inexperienced defender have learned from that.
I think Mark really enjoyed that, you know. He's a bit restrained, but occasionally lets himself go like that.
I think now, I think Jimmy Caldwell was trying to get a 3 at the back there if he can, a 3-5-2 more often than Robert. He'd try to get Lee Bullen up higher up the park and John to come up high on the left. But Bullen's finding it difficult because Ross Wallace has been told by Martin Hill to push up. As you see in the moment, they've almost got 4 up front, Celtic, so they're trying to get a 3-5-2, but it's difficult to implement that at the moment.
Thompson on the dead ball. Baldy climbing for the header. Byrne clears. Lennon has it again. Brewster had it for a moment, then lost it. They're looking pretty bedraggled at the moment, Dunfermline. Agats cross. Came off the head of Lee Bullen, didn't know much about it. Wallace squares it. Cillian Petrov for 3-1. That's the goal, which ensures the Scottish Cup is going to be in Celtic hands. 6.5 minutes from full time. Petrov scores his 10th goal of the season. All the composure you would want in this sort of situation.
Yeah, good delivery from Agat to the back second. A wee bit unfortunately, Bullen hits off the back of his head. Thinks he's going to drop over. But you've got to applaud the skill here from... great touch. That's a great goal from Petrov. Great composure in the box. So again, every young boy watching, that's just a fantastic finish. Great composure on the bottom corner.
I just think from the Dunfermline point of view there, the challenges weren't happening for them. It was all too easy for Petrov. It was good skill, but maybe earlier in the game you wouldn't have expected Dunfermline to have been brushed aside quite so easily.
I think they've been worn down eventually by Celtic's pressure. I think the pressure has been constant for them.
Now wait a minute, what's happening here? Labont Castillion away, set to add the 10th Scottish Cup to the Scottish Premier League Championship. "30 seconds left of the 90 minutes. Darren Young hurt, and the Celtic supporters in tuneful mood. And do you think we'll get more tears?
Yeah, what a game he's had. The script was wrote for this guy. He's just incredible, and you know, he could still even get the hat-trick, Rob. He can get the header.
2 minutes to be added. 2 minutes away from the final whistle at Hampden. They've beaten Ross County and Hearts and Rangers and Livingston on the way to this final. And Celtic are about to finish it off and end the season in glory. Larsson's back heel. Neil Lennon is through. Out comes Derek Stilley. And if Lennon hadn't stumbled there, he could have been in for a memorable goal. Yellow card for Lennon.
Good little ball over the top for Varga there. I just think he's just not got the legs there to get there, has he? I think he thought the keeper caught him, but I don't think there was much in it.
I think he was claiming he was being caught there by the first challenge, which caused him to stumble. It meant he didn't get there, and he was denied his goal. Foul given against the challenge on Grondan. Nicholson with the free kick. Andy Todd gets forward. Baldaver won the header. Grondon in. Trying to get turned to Todd. Here's an opportunity. The shot dragged wide.
Well, that would have been an interesting finish, wouldn't it? If that one went in there, that would have been a great finish to the match. Stevie Crawford's face there. Good strike from Derek. Shanks it slightly, but Derek Young, Stevie Crawford, you can tell by his body shape and his body language there that he was extremely tired and he just couldn't get to that one.
He didn't really need to get much contact on that. Anything would have put the ball in the net. Full time at Hampden, and Henrik Larsson marks his Celtic competitive farewell with a virtuoso performance. We shouldn't really be surprised. He's been doing it for 7 years, scoring goals. And today in the Tennant Scottish Cup final, he's made it 242 career goals. What a way to end your career in Glasgow. Stilian Petrov, as Martin O'Neill said, was absolutely outstanding, but really the Man of the Match award couldn't go anywhere else. His goals, not for the first time, turned this match around. And Celtic making their way forward for another trophy presentation. They set such a high level of performance, Celtic, and then they maintain it. This is their 61st game of the season. There are some tired legs there, but they push and push themselves to the limit and beyond. The First Minister, Jack McConnell, will hand over the old trophy. It's a league and cup double for Celtic. The Tennant Scottish Cup is theirs. It's the 32nd time that Celtic have been Scottish Cup winners, and that takes them above Rangers now in the all-time honours list. Henrik Larsson just can't wipe the smile off his face. It was exactly the way he wanted his Celtic days, his competitive Celtic days, to end. 2 goals and a man of the match winning performance as Celtic again touch silverware. And if Martin O'Neill stays at the helm, then you would only imagine that Celtic will win more and more. And of course, looking next season to make a deeper and lasting impression on the Champions League. 2 previous attempts, they've never got beyond the opening group stages. Can they go a step further. That will involve strengthening the squad, and that, of course, brings the boardroom into play, and finances, and what sort of backing will Martin O'Neill get going into next season in terms of finances?
Well, you hope that he'll get a lot of money, Rob, because he's just done everything that's been asked of him and more. A team that wants to play for him, a fantastic manager, and he's done remarkably, amazingly since he came to Scotland. And obviously don't want to lose him, and I think the way to keep him, if we give him the money to spend and make a Celtic a force in Europe.
3 championships, 2 Scottish Cups, 1 League Cup, 6 trophies in 4 glorious years for Celtic manager Martin O'Neill. They won the league by 17 points from Rangers. They've now added the Tennant Scottish Cup as well. They're the best in Scotland by a distance, and the challenge is there for the rest to try to close the gap. It's a mammoth challenge to Rangers and everyone else, and it's a challenge which Rangers manager Alex McLeish is trying to meet in the next few days and weeks and months, as he tries to assemble the sort of squad at Ibrox that can mount a serious challenge towards Celtic. But what you know about the mentality of these Celtic players is that they hate losing, and they will not want to be knocked off their perch.
You hit the nail right in the head there, Rob. A team of winners, and that's what Alec, only a year ago that he had won the treble. Martin rose to the challenge with his side, and they've won it this year, and hopefully a great competition, a great contest next year between the Dunfermline and everybody else in the SPL as well.
Where is that cup going? Didier Gat gives the supporters a closer look at the trophy at the end of the 119th Scottish Cup final. Let's hear from Alan Thompson with Chick.